Hello, welcome to the Quest On channel. Just wanted to add a little extra bit of awesomeness for those who are keeping up with my work here. I wanted to share with you my day's discoveries. Check that out. Those are herbs and eggs from my chickens, and herbs that I found growing wild on my land. And you know, these herbs are all medicinal, and I've discovered and identified them using the internet. And with this herbalist technology, I've managed to actually cure several ailments that have happened in my family, my immediate family, and just by pulling up what I considered weeds and then putting them in a pot, just making a tea out of them. And the process of doing this is so ridiculously simple that I went from one summer having no idea to the next having complete control. And I think it's really well illustrated in the plant known as burdock, which is like this burr plant. And you know, the first time I saw this plant come up, I was like, it's really pretty and I don't want to take it down. And then I found out it shoots out these thorny burrs all over, and they get all over your clothing and they ruin clothing. And they were a pain in my butt the next summer. But then this summer, or the summer before last, I found out that this burdock plant has a root that's considered to be the most detoxifying root in Chinese medicine. And it's also the root of where we get root beer, the beer of the root. So people have been using this tap root to make different kind of barnacle-y flavors. And this anyways has been a real awesome treat for me, as I just boil it in water when I dig it up. I use a pitchfork, which is an easy way, otherwise it's a little difficult. The flavor of that tea is both kind of a nice rich minty flavor. It's not mint, but it's something else, and it's good. And yeah, so anyways, I mix these different drinks together, and I've used this drink to actually cure a really bad spider bite my wife got. She got a spider bite that might have swelled up the whole side of her body. Her lip was puffing out. She was breaking off into hives, and she was having difficulty breathing. So no joke, although we're in Minnesota, we do have, you know, a few kind of not so great spiders to get bit by. I mean, they all contain poison. So anyways, I whipped up a concoction, and that actually took care of her. 11 different herbs that I put together. And anyways, they were all found and identified off of the web, because what I did is I uploaded this program called PlantNet onto my camera, because I don't have a smartphone, everybody. I stay away from smartphones because I just don't want to see that kind of being glued to the screen, because it prevents you from thinking clearly, I think. So anyways, I use a computer that has a smartphone emulator, and I take pictures with my camera, and then I upload them onto the smartphone emulator, which is BlueStacks, and I download from the Google Play Store PlantNet, which is a free app. I just submit the pictures that I've taken on my computer onto that app, and then it gives you, within 95% accuracy, the scientific name of the plant that you're looking at based on other photos it's put together. So literally anything that you come across, you could basically identify. The world is now open to you if you understand that technology, because now all the plants have their names. Once you know their name, Google it. And then what I did is I put together a giant piece of a Word doc, and then I just copied and pasted Google results articles, you know, the ones that stood out to me just in the sections that I cared about, and I just organized that into a Word document. And the Word document now is 60 pages long. I call it my plant Pokedex, where I snap them on my camera, got to catch them all. And then I just, you know, when I have something that's going on, I can just press Control F, the search function on Word, and then you can type in irritation, you know, bug bites, like this one right here. This is plantain. Can't see it maybe because it's getting dark, but that one's the best for bug bites. That one actually can save your life if you get stung by a bunch of bees. You just rub it on the wounds and it can save your goodness. But anyways, I put this together for my wife, and she was cured within 30 minutes of receiving it, way better. And so I always make it now. And tonight I made her a special drink, and then I was like, oh wait, I should also try out, check this out. This is Vicry's Herbal Liqueur, which I actually put a shot or two into the tea, and it turns out to be just delicious. This one says it's a combination of a dozen different garden herbs, roots, and spices. So I then add that to my drink, and I'm just now drinking this amazing herbal liqueur. And tonight's recipe is raspberry leaves, good for menstrual stuff and women's times, and then also like cramps, and then also dandelion, great for detoxification too, a little bit of a stimulation from that. And then I got cinquefoil, and then I also have tansy, which is a really popular one you got to get to figure out. That one actually has CBD in it. And anyway, so I'm blending this up, and it's just delicious. It's a totally phenomenal drink, which I'm cooking right now inside the burdock root. Just takes 10 minutes to just cook on high when you get that root, but it's everywhere. I come across huge patches of it, and it just looks like a weed, but it's not. And now that you have this idea, this method, you can, you know, figure out what's good and tastes like, what's healthy in your own, you know, area. Like I said, Google search a plant that you discover, and then you can, you know, type in medicinal properties. You can type in, you know, edibility. You can type in cultivation. Articles upon articles about every plant that you look at. There's the science that's there. So thank you, science. And yeah, the whole process of it is really quite astounding, because you could make your own herbal liqueur drink. It could be better than mine. We could share recipes. You know, I could tell you, you know, I could make a tincture. I think that's what I'm going to do next, is make a tincture of the plants so that I can have them year round, because, you know, when winter comes, I do miss this. The bugs here are terrible, but the actual process of, you know, being around greenery and stuff, my oak trees, my maples, my, well, ash, that's about it for the trees. A few other ones that are here and there, but yeah, anyways, it's really fun. So you probably have your own kind of taste flavor that you could do with the drink, like the herbal liqueur from Vickery. I think that's what it is. And yeah, if you're really interested in doing it, it's at the it's in the aisle of the liquor store, probably over by the Jägermeister. Jägermeister is also a herbal liqueur. It's got 52 different herbs in it, and it's actually a bitter for your stomach. So when you eat, if you drink just a little bit of Jäger, it can really help your digestion in a nice way, because the bitter helps with the stomach acids and whatnot. So yeah, anyways, it might be around that aisle. If you just ask someone to help you find Jäger, then you look around and start seeing where are the herbal liqueurs. And yeah, this bottle is pretty medium price range. You know, I would love to go a little bit cheaper, but I never like drinking that much cheaper. So if you're gonna go in and have some fun, I say, you know, make it quality, not quantity, in my experience. And so yeah, that's it for my video today. Thanks a lot for checking in, and let me know what you come up with your own process of discovering the plants around you. And if you're interested in me doing like a tour of my property and showing what different plants that I have found, in case you're interested in just seeing how the process goes, I can do that in light time. But right now I got inspired, so, you know, here's the time and light that you get. So anyways, have a great one, and go Prometheism.